Hey, bro, how's it going?
Hey, what's up, man?
Not much. How you doing, Nick?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good. We'll just get some things organized a little bit here. We're gonna sit down and make ourselves comfy.
Okay, yeah.
I don't think here we might be too short.
You guys are in Minnesota, right?
Yep.
How's the weather?
Temperature wise, not too bad, but it's just warming up. It's cold enough. We're getting rain and snow.
Nice.
So it's pretty icy and slushy.
I'm in Florida, so we don't have
Oh,
any.
nice.
Yeah, it's still summer.
It's still summer. Yeah. Your
Yeah.
winter is summer.
This is exciting.
Right on. Thanks for doing it.
Yeah. I think I discovered you guys about a year ago. Josh Bramlett from the Protest shared the
Shared
medic.
it.
So,
Cool.
dude, just awesome music, man. I love the unique style that you guys have.
Thank you.
That's awesome, man.
See, I usually do like a game on here or a quiz, or
Cool.
I haven't done any quizzes yet, but I just spoiled that.
We won't tell anybody.
So today we're going to do a quiz, and I didn't come up with this quiz, but supposedly this is like the Christian rock quiz.
Oh,
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's called Only Serious Christian Rock Fans Can Ace This Test. I'm going to go ahead and start us out with prayer.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah. Heavenly Father, thank you so much for this. Another awesome opportunity to talk to another great group of guys. Thank you so much for linking us up with Light45, Lord. I'm excited to hear their story and testimony and some of the stories behind their music, Lord. And I really appreciate this. And I'm honored, God, to be doing this. In Jesus' name, I pray for an awesome episode. Amen.
Amen.
Awesome. All right, let's get this thing going.
All right.
Sounds good.
All right. Hey, everybody. This is Nick with We Are the Body Radio podcast. Tonight we have Justin and Mark from Light45, both founding members of Light45. Justin's the front man and plays guitar, and Mark is rocking the bass. How's it going, guys?
Good, man. How about you?
I'm good. Tell me, where did you guys start? Where did Light45 come in, man? Because you guys have such a unique style, and I think it's really cool. I think in your bio it says that you're the new wave of classic rock, and that is just hitting the nail right on the head.
Yeah, that's cool. I don't know. You want me to start or what?
Yeah, go for it.
To start from the beginning, I'm going to tell the whole story. No, I won't. But no, actually, it was kind of funny. Me and my brother was one of the original founding members. Also, he's not in the band anymore. But me and him were starting a band, and we needed a lead singer / guitar player, hopefully, and a drummer. And I met this drummer and was like, "Hey, man, we should get together or whatever." And he said he had a singer / guitar player. My brother meets this guitar player that plays his guitar or sings along also. And so I'm gonna set it up with your guy first. We'll go do a jam session with those guys. Then we'll do it with my guys. We go meet Matt, my brother's guys, and it's the same guys that I was gonna go meet anyways. So it's funny. So the drummer I met was his drummer. And so it's kind of how we started. And just, I don't know, we all come from similar / different backgrounds in music. And that's kind of what started. And we wrote a song day one, actually, that a lot of people haven't heard yet. At all of our concerts, we play it, but I don't know. It's been on a little bit of radio, but not much.
Yeah, we had a demo of it that we released just to local radio.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's awesome.
That's how
Yeah,
it started,
I saw
right?
your radio map on your website, and that is, wow, that's awesome, man. You
I
guys,
haven't updated that in a while too.
wow, so it's probably more than that. That is, yeah, you guys you're out there, man. That's awesome.
Cool. Thanks, man.
Yep. Out there in a good way. It's people when they say you're out there, it's not in like the crazy way. You're out there like you're out syndicated.
We might be both. I don't know.
I know we've really focused on trying to get the music out there. Like, we're not a touring band, what you would call a touring band. We play shows and we'll tour a little bit in the region, or if we get paid well enough, we'll go pretty much wherever we can get paid. A lot of bands, their strategy is to just hit the road and they don't care if they're losing money for a while. They just do it. But our strategy has been quite a bit different. We've really focused on radio promotion, music videos, social media, anything we can to get the music out there. And so it's weird. There's people in our own city that don't know who we are, but then we'll get a call from Nigeria and they'll want us to do an interview, or Scotland or something like that. So
That's cool.
A little bit of a different thing, but we're a different band anyway, so it fits.
Yeah, it's working. You guys are awesome. Your lyrics are amazing too, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I especially love the Maze and the Medic.
Yeah.
The little rap that you do in there, dude, is impressive. It really is. It is awesome. I'm a bit of a rapper myself.
We'll throw some down then. Let's hear it.
I'm not a rapper like that. But
I'm not either. I got to script it out a little bit. I'm not freestyle, but
my band Letters to Corinth does have our first single that we released. It's called Have Fun With That, and it is a rap song. So if anybody wants that out, it's Have Fun With That by Letters to Corinth.
nice.
Absolutely. Cool.
Check it out.
Check it out. Really quick, back to the other question I was thinking about. As we've changed some musicians in the band, we've always been pretty picky on who we get and partly what their beliefs are, of course, too. That's the biggest thing. But it's cool. We've done a lot of writing with some of the new guys and everything. And so we're collaborating more and more. So just not to just give credit to us or the original guys. It's been progressing over the years.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. You guys have done some shows. I've seen some videos on YouTube, and the live performances that I've seen are just as solid as the music, man. So I want to let you guys know that you guys are really good. What's the message, the testimony behind Light 45? What message are you trying to bring?
Jesus.
Amen.
That's it. Grace, truth. I guess even our name kind of references both truth and love. Light 45, the way we came up with that is I'm a little bit more, for anybody listening on audio, I'm Justin, I'm the singer, front man, and the scruffy voice guy is Mark, he's the bassist. But when we were trying to come up with a name, like I was picking all sorts of poetic words and stuff, and Mark is like a real American, and he's got guns on him at all times and that stuff. So Light 45 was a little bit of a compromise, but it also references the truth and the love. Like we really believe you can't just have love without truth, and you can't just have truth without love. You got to have them both, or it's not really the gospel. And so everything we do is trying to paint that picture in one way or another. So we'll tell the truth, and we'll try to convey the grace and love of God as well in whatever way we can.
And sometimes it's hard one way or the other.
Yeah. And I'm thankful you mentioned the lyrics too. There's sometimes one thing that comes to my mind right now is with what light remains, that the entire thing is the prodigal son story from the perspective of the son that ran away. And there's times I like listen to that and think about the lyrics, and I'm just like, my goodness, the Lord really rocked the lyrics on that. And the whole song came together in an incredible way. It was pieces that we all threw together to make one song, but just the way that the lyrics came out, and I think any pastor, any preacher, any artist that loves the Lord, they'll tell you there's moments when you're doing something and you're having fun doing it. It's not just you doing it. It's God using you and speaking through you. And so that's what we're about.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you want to pat yourself on the back and then you realize it wasn't you.
Yeah.
Actually, I had a vision one time where I was like, in this vision, I was standing next to this machine, and my job was, my only job was to flip a switch on or off. That was it. And I felt the Lord speak to me that you could have trained a monkey to do it.
He did.
Like a lot of the pride gets removed when you look at it that way. It's just a gift that we can turn on, we can turn off, and everybody's got that in some way.
Yep.
And he, I think, who knows, God might have he doesn't do it like this, but shuffle the deck and be like, okay, you got music, you got this.
Right. Yeah.
No reason.
Hey, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an awesome way of looking at it, actually. Yeah. And that's what We're the Body Radio is about, is we are the body of Christ. And it's our job to be the face of God and what love and truth is about. So it's awesome. Man. Yeah. What's coming in 2023? Wow, this year.
I know, isn't that nuts?
Yeah.
I was doing it today. I was writing something down and I put the date and I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, no way.
I guess the first thing I would say is that right at the end of the year, we got a lot of requests for shows. So we booked, we're going to be playing at Isle, Minnesota at the Rural Music Fest. Nice. Up north in northern Minnesota. We're working on another gig with the same people, Tim and everybody up there, they're great people. They got a great heart, great vision. And then we're working on one in Wisconsin too, but they all came about in just a couple of days, which is funny because we're in our studio now. You can see we've been decking it out and we're getting prepared to do just a ton of live streaming.
Yeah.
In 2023, we didn't do it the entirety of the pandemic. We're like, we're not just going to rush this. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. And we're really a jam band in a lot of ways. Like you probably saw the live clip of us with Steve Duty on YouTube. It's my guess, the encore of Walk On. Yeah, look it up. But that's what we're like. We can make a song on the spot 95% 8 times out of 100, and it's gonna rock. It's gonna be great. So
That's how a lot of our songs actually got started that we wrote. We just were jamming and we're like, all right, we gotta record this and see what happens. And we all come from that background.
That's cool.
Yeah, Scott and Ian couldn't make the day too bad, but
yeah, we'll get him on here one day.
Yeah,
we got Scott bugged out right before this. He's got some sick kids and
other
stuff, and Ian had something going on.
We're praying for you, Scott, and we'll get you on here.
Sounds good.
Sure, I'll have you guys back on here.
No, that'd be great.
Yeah, I love bringing people back on. Actually, we did the Christmas episode a couple weeks ago, and most of them were recurring guests. Cindy Mothership, I'm with Mothership. You might have seen her on Facebook.
It sounds familiar to me.
Yeah, Cindy Blankenship. Her ministry is I'm with Mothership, and she has Backstage with Mothership. She has a show.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Her show is way better than my show. But and then
is she on the East Coast? Is she with? Okay. Yep. Okay. I know.
Yep. And we had Justin Forshaw as we send. Patrick Rivers from 3 Days Under. I had a few more people.
And you got Matt next week, right? Matt Baird?
Yeah, Matt's next week. And then,
nice.
Yep, Miggy Sanchez from Relent the following week.
Oh, great. I've actually been looking into them a little bit lately. So say hi from Light45. I appreciate their music.
Yeah, definitely.
Stuff.
Yeah, they
Matt that, oh, never mind.
What? No, go ahead.
I'll say tell Matt that Minnesota's better than Iowa.
We know Matt from a long time ago. So.
I'm gonna make note of that, and I will tell him.
Perfect. You know what? There's a really funny story too. The first show we ever did with this band, we were called Black, White, Gray.
Black, White, Gray
for one show, and it was a show that I had booked at a place. I used to book music around the nation for different festivals and stuff. So they asked me to book something, and I booked Matt and I booked us. But we had never played a show before either, and I think we booked ourselves as the headliner or something.
Yeah, we were the headliner. We never played a show together before,
but it was really cool because we got a chance to rock out with Matt. He came up by himself, and we played with him on time after time and stuff.
That's cool.
Well, the funny part is the guy playing drums was named Matt. My brother, who was playing guitar, is named Matt. Who had Matt Baird. So we had 3 Matts. I was like, man, 3 Matts do not make it right. Tell you that much. But it turned out pretty good.
That's awesome. I've been in that situation where I've never played a show with a group of guys and booked us as headliners.
Yeah.
It's fun though.
Do it sometimes.
Yeah. I've even going back to making songs up on the spot. I remember when I first started playing out, I had no clue what I was doing. And
yeah,
I had a really bad PA system that I thought was really good at the time. Didn't know how to work it. Yeah. And I just went out and booked whatever solo acoustic shows I could do. And I would only have like maybe 45 minutes of actual music between covers and originals.
Yep.
And I'd book myself like a 3-hour gig. So I had to make up some songs. I made up some pretty good songs though, and I kept some of them.
That's cool. It'd be fun to jam with you sometime, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Like a jammer.
You guys ever come? If you guys ever come here in Florida, or if I ever go out there,
sounds great.
Yeah,
heck yeah.
We have a coffee house in Newport Richey, Florida, and that's been a pretty good jam spot. They have their own PA system, and they're really good. Like they have live music every Friday and Saturday. And
oh, awesome.
Played there quite a bit. Yeah. And then the Murray Hill Theater in Jacksonville is a big Christian rock venue. So if you guys want to come to Florida.
Whereabouts are you exactly then?
I'm Central Florida.
Okay.
Near Tampa.
Okay.
Yeah. In a small but growing city of Spring Hill.
There you go.
Growing.
Well, you said Jacksonville, so I have a cousin that married an old guitar player of mine from a different band, and they got married years ago, but they just moved to Jacksonville, and so they've been bugging me to come down. So I'm like, heck, if we could work that out, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, the Murray Hill Theater is like right in the middle of Jacksonville, and they're awesome, dude. They're about 3.5 hours away from me, but I don't mind the drive because
cool.
It's all standing room, and
that's perfect.
Yeah, it's a lot of space. It's an old theater that they renovated back in like the 90s and turned. It's got a really cool story behind it. But yeah, I've seen Disciple there. Saw the protest. I saw Disciple and Petra a couple months ago.
Cool.
Yeah, a really good venue. So
Awesome.
and I could probably get you guys the contact info.
That'd be great.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Go anywhere that'll have us.
Yeah.
That'll pay for us, I guess.
It's getting harder to do free shows anymore.
Yeah.
You get to that point, it's like, oh man, want to do it, but
I think if we were 4 guys that didn't have a family, we'd be touring the country.
yeah.
But that's the main reason that we don't.
Family comes first, man.
Yeah. First ministry.
And we all have one of those for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know what we were thinking. But no, I was just kidding.
We'll take that out.
Yeah, no. Actually, Ian, our lead guitar player, he's married and hoping to have kids at some point. So he wants to catch up, but we don't know if we ever will. But
How big of Christian rock fans do you think you guys are?
I think it depends on the genre of Christian rock and the age.
Okay.
I'll be honest, there's a lot of people we're on the charts with now that I don't know, or I quickly look over them and I don't know after that. We'll see what happens.
I actually agree with that statement 100% because I'm not sure how big of a Christian rock fan I am, but we're all going to find out because I came across on triviabus.com. We'll give credit to the author of this, Thomas, came up with a Christian rock quiz that only serious Christian rock fans can ace.
All right.
We'll take it
Let's do
together.
it.
All right.
I hope we don't get I hope we don't get anything wrong with any friends of ours.
I feel like I'm gonna lose.
So 9 out of 10 times something embarrassing happens on my podcast.
Perfect.
Yeah. Whether
We're the ones for that then.
I usually am the one embarrassed, but all right. So question number 1, Cutlass takes its name from which Bible verse? They give us, I should say, 2 choices. Leviticus 19:28, you shall not make any cuts on your body for the dead or tattoo yourselves. I am the Lord. Or Romans 6:23, for the wages of sin is death, but the free gift of God is eternal life in Christ Jesus our Lord.
I want to say Romans.
It's the second one. It's got to be because we played with them up north and they had tattoos from what I remember.
It's got to be
I think
Romans.
it's the second one.
Okay. I'm going to say the
Is that
second one too. Yeah, I don't know yet. I'm going to see.
No.
Doo-doo.
Actually,
Nailed
I
it.
actually asked, what was that?
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I literally asked him, we were just standing on the side of the stage and I didn't even know who they were. And I was just talking to the guy about his tattoo, but there was a guy from
I was
Cutlass.
like, I'm pretty sure like more than one of them have tattoos.
It was a cool tattoo. He got it in Minneapolis. I remember that. Or somewhere in Minnesota.
All right.
All right, let's see.
The second one is we all did really good on that. I think that's the first time that I've gotten any of my games or anything right.
Wouldn't that be cool if this is one of those? You remember that old show with the Indian guy on the game show and he got them all right? What was it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Man, it launched that. Everybody loved Bollywood for a while. What was it? They made fun of it on Dunder Mifflin. Forget the name of it. Anyway, this would be cool if it was one of those things. We get every single one right because of random weird experiences.
Right.
You'll probably remember the name by the end of the episode.
Yeah,
That's
I hope so. Don't count on it. My memory isn't the best.
all right. Question number 2. The band Switchfoot got their inspiration from a dance craze or surfing term.
They're West Coasters, aren't they?
It's gotta be surfing.
I'm
It's
gonna
gotta
say
be.
surfing.
I think it's surfing too. I don't see it being dance, but
That might be one of the trick ones
He's
though.
blonde-haired bra, isn't he?
nailed
brother.
it.
Yeah.
Nailed it. Good job.
2 for 2.
I have no clue how many questions are on this.
Now we're killing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless there's like 30 questions, we're not sure, but so far we're 100%.
Canadian rap metal Christian band 1,000 Foot Crutch released its first album under a different name. Was it Crackpot or Oddball?
Oh man, I forgot that different name originally. I did know that though.
I'm gonna guess Oddball.
I don't know. It would fit him, but Crackpot would.
I'm gonna say Crackpot.
I'm gonna say Crackpot too.
2 out of 3. We'll choose that one. You guys are probably right. Nope, I was right.
Hey, good.
Hey.
My gut
That was
said,
it.
my gut said oddball, but then I should have said oddball. We could have still been.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay,
We'll
right.
split it up like we do our PROs.
Right now, our score is 66%, and we have the rank of egghead. So we got to do better.
All right.
2 out of
Egghead better
3
than
so
oddball.
far.
Should have been Egghead. We're gonna change your name to Egghead.
All right. Okay. The grunge-influenced band Skillet is currently fronted by 2 members who are related to one another, John and Corey Cooper. Are they brother and sister or husband and wife?
Wait,
Husband and wife. I
you,
think.
you said Switchfoot or Skillet?
Skillet.
Their husband and
Yeah, everybody knows that. All right. Now we've gone up to the rank of Brainiac. We went from Egghead to Brainiac by 1 question.
That was a big jump.
I know, right? Okay. Third Day's fans are known as Hoseans or Gomers.
What was the first one?
I don't know if I'm saying it right. Hoseans? Like Hosea? Only with an N.
Ooh. Hoseans, you think? That's what you think it says?
I think that's what it says.
they are going. They're both biblical names, I think.
Hose.
I would say Gomer.
I'm going to say Gomer because I think I saw that somewhere, but I'm not sure.
All right, I'm gonna go with you. Then you were right last time, and I was wrong.
That doesn't happen a lot, by the way. All right, but we got it right. Now we're experts. We're at 80%.
The Gomers. Yeah.
Gomers. Yep. Take a break from this real quick while we're on the subject of fan names. You guys have a name for fans who donate towards your ministry. Light Chasers.
Sorry, you cut out there for a second. You're asking about light chasers?
Yes. Yeah, because we're on the topic of what they call their fans. You guys want to talk
Yeah,
a little bit
so-
about that? Then we'll go back to the quiz after.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Yeah, they're called light chasers, and technically we have a group of people that support us financially called light chasers as well. We tried to make that one thing I've never liked, or it just rubbed me the wrong way, is when special perks are given out to people that it's okay to a degree. I'm fine with it to a degree, but when access is denied to anybody that can't really afford access to a band, it's always rubbed me a little bit the wrong way. So what we did with the light chasers is we made a way on our website where anybody could donate $1.50 a month or higher and be included as a light chaser. So we set the bar really low, and we try to then once people are in that, we've got like VIP group on Facebook that we're going to start broadcasting all our practices on there. And stuff like that. So we still have people that donate far more that we're incredibly indebted as well. But
That's awesome.
truthfully, the light chasers have funded the band throughout the years. We don't know what they're just people God has used to keep us in business and rent. They were paying our rent. They were paying our other stuff when we needed it. And
Yeah.
especially last year or 2 years ago,
Yeah.
COVID killed
Last year
everything.
too, but 2 years ago was worse.
Oh man,
Oh, I guess when I say last year, you probably mean the same thing, 2021.
21 and 22
Yeah.
or 20.
Or 20, yeah.
2020. Everybody's still scared in 21. We didn't get a lot.
Right.
But we had a lot of momentum going into 2020. We're starting to play some big festivals and stuff, and the 2020 hit.
Yeah.
Everything got canceled.
So, but the light chasers, we had rental at a church basement at the time that was really cheap, and they basically paid that rent and helped fund some of the medic and some of the other releases and stuff.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We could probably release a new song every couple months if we had the money.
That's the catch.
It's so expensive, Nick, to actually release a song, especially if you want to do a music video and
Yeah.
put it up across the world. It is really tough. But
Yeah. That's awesome that you
Ministry.
guys have a Light Chasers.
yeah,
Absolutely.
thank you, Light Chasers. We
Thank
love you
Light
guys.
Chasers. That's cool. All right. So let's go back to the quiz. Finish this famous Switchfoot lyric. Welcome to the Fallout.
Oh man.
Welcome to the fallout. Welcome to. After that.
Shoot, I have that album too.
I do have 2 options.
Okay.
Let's
Yeah.
start with that.
The first one is What is Life All About? Or Welcome to the Resistance.
Resistance.
That sounds
Yeah.
right.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's go with that.
Nailed it. We are geniuses.
Great song.
Dude, that whole album is great.
Yeah.
I forgot about it though, because I listened to something over and over and then I switched to something else for a while.
All right. The name of one of the Third Day's biggest hits is contained in the lyrics that come after the line, "The love I have for you is so alive. What comes next?" I'd sing it if I knew how it went.
I'm a Third Day fan, and I know a lot of their songs.
Oh,
Salvation is calling, or You Just Call My Name.
all right. What was the start of that again?
The start is, "The love I have for you is so alive."
I don't know this one. Salvation is calling you.
I'm gonna go with that one. Sounds good.
Let's go with that.
All right, I'll go. No, we've
I
been
got a 50-50 shot.
we went from 86% to 71, and now we're veterans. Okay.
You just sent us this quiz thing. That's cool.
All right. Skillet's sizzling name was created because
Are they all Skillet and Switchfoot questions? Or
I don't know, man. So far, I think I think whoever wrote this, Danielle Thomas, is a big Skillet and Switchfoot man.
Fair.
Skillet's
Agreed.
sizzling name was created because the founding members were proud of their hot guitar skills, or the band members' different styles blended like a one-pot meal?
I'd say the second one.
Yeah, I'd say the second.
It is. Yeah, I remember seeing, hearing, or reading something. I think it was their pastor was like, they said, he pretty much said that they were like a one-pot meal.
Oh, nice.
Back up the Brainiac.
Hey, at least we're back to there.
Yeah. All right. We'll do this last one. I'm probably going to get this one wrong. Lacey Sturm, the first lead vocalist for a pop rock group, Flyleaf, released the memoir Reason after leaving the band. What was the book's subtitle? Is it Revelations of a Rock Princess or Confessions of a Pop Queen?
Oh, I wish my wife was here right now. She'd probably know it.
I don't know.
I'd say the princess one.
Yeah, Rock
Yeah.
Princess. All right, we got a 77%. We're Brainiacs. We got that one right.
Oh, sweet.
77 is a good number.
I was trying to think because we did a show with her one time and you did. Yep. And she seemed like pretty humble. And so then I thought we got to pick between princess and queen. It's got to be princess. Right.
Yeah. Cool. All right. You know what? I'm looking forward to watching some live streams from you guys.
Yeah, we are too. We're pumped. We just got all our lights in, and we're
Yeah, I
actually
saw your
today.
Facebook post.
Oh, you did? Nice. Yeah, it's pretty great. We're excited about it.
Which we give them a little tour, but we're on the computer, so it's probably hard to see too much.
Once we figure out all of the streaming, because we're getting some special software for that too, it'll be interesting because we'll be able to do an interview like this and I broadcast multiple views and stuff. So I don't know, it'll be cool.
Yeah.
I was just looking at the picture again that you put up on Facebook. I love the background there with the 3 LIGHT45 songs. I think that's cool.
Yeah. And then we got on the back wall, I don't know if you can see that, we got a big LIGHT45
Oh,
back
yeah.
there.
It's awesome.
And then there's some guitars hanging back here.
Yeah, those panels we have some acoustic panels, and so we're like, heck, we want to hang those up, and we got to make them look good and cool. So
Yeah, that'll be cool, man. I'm excited
Justin
to
mocked
see
it
what
all up
comes.
on the computer, and we made it happen. It's kind of cool.
I think
That's
we're gonna
awesome.
have guests too, and then once they're here, we'll have them probably sign the wall and stuff, which would be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool. I have to send you a signed piece of paper.
Let us know if you make it up here, man.
When you come up, you can sign the wall for sure.
Yeah, definitely. We'll do a live episode from your studio.
That'd be
Sounds
awesome.
good.
That would be cool. I'm hoping to start doing in-person interviews. And I'm working on setting one up for March at the Murray Hill Theater.
Very cool.
Cool.
And I don't want to say too much yet because I don't know who, or I know who it is, but yeah, I don't want to like ruin my chances. So,
Sure. Well, things can change.
but I'm halfway succeeding at that goal right now. I'm just pretty much waiting to hear back from their management team, but I got the guest ticket, so that's cool.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's great.
For the media pass, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah. So I'm really excited about that. So I'm trying to break out into the music industry a little bit more with everything that I do, because it's really where I want to be. And
Yeah,
I feel
man.
God paving that way and So I'm gonna work at it and see what happens. And
Heck
you know,
yeah.
I like having the platform. I'm like extremely blessed. I could be having a horrible day at work, and then I look and see how many listeners we have. I think I was telling you it goes on like a 7-day analytic score, basically. So I think when I told you it was at like 7 listeners or something, like, or 9 listeners for where we were in that 7-day period. It's up to 19 now, and it just keeps growing and growing. And
Good.
I think it went that low because I was late on the Amongst the Giant episode. Sorry,
Sure.
guys. So 4 days late on that one, but I was working with new software, which is it's burning a hole in my pocket, but it's cutting my editing down from 4 hours simultaneously to like maybe like not as long. I don't know how long, but
But it's shorter.
Yeah.
shorter than 4 hours. I don't go to bed
Yes.
at 11 p.m. anymore.
That's nice.
Yeah. And yeah, so to kind of help out with doing more episodes, releasing more content, and hopefully inspiring more people, what I started doing, and I don't have a name for any of the subscribers or anything, but what I'm going to be doing is basically working all the good details of the artist and the guest into 30 to 45-minute episode, put that up like a regular episode. That's what we were doing anyways, was about 45 to 60-minute episodes. And then all the fun and all the extra stuff that we do, I think our subscription is $1.99 a month.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Nice.
you get all the video episodes are released to that, and then the audio episodes are released regularly. And there's one ad that I do for Anchor, so the subscribers get ad-free episodes. And yeah, I'm trying to do more for it, but I'm experimenting with it also because it's through Spotify and it's new for them. So
Sure.
but,
Yeah.
yeah. So hopefully something happens there. Hint, hint, listeners.
Yeah. As far as, the amount of listeners and stuff, and as you're progressing, like even, I know if me personally, I click on something and I watch something and I'm like, oh, that's really cool. I'll go back and watch all the previous stuff.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people are like that. So you might start gaining a lot of ground on some of your old stuff because of your new stuff.
Yeah, and actually we have been getting a lot of ground on the older stuff. It's so funny, man. I think we just reached 800 streams, which
Great.
I think is pretty cool.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, wow, man, that's a lot of people listening. Okay. All right, that's pretty cool.
We got 50. I was like, dude, this is awesome.
Yeah, I know. I remember those days. Yeah.
Yes.
So Josiah Prince from Disciple, he's been on twice. And
Oh, cool.
Great.
that guy is so funny, man. We've had a blast, and I'm hoping to bring him back on next month. But Disciple is super busy right now.
Yeah.
But
He's a legit good guy.
yeah, he really is. Yeah, and he's funny. And if it wasn't for Disciple, we would have never done the dad jokes in season 1. But
We should
yeah.
do this episode with us and them and someone else, maybe whatever, and we'll just do a whole bunch of dad jokes.
yeah, I could do that, man. I
That'd
got
be cool.
some new. This is how bad it is. I got dad jokes for Christmas.
Nice.
Yeah,
But you have kids then, apparently.
yeah. No, my coworkers got them for me actually.
All right.
But I do
That's
have,
funny.
yeah, I do have kids. But yeah, my coworkers got them for me. My kids don't appreciate them, so I leave them at work. And the year before, my dad got me dad jokes. But it's
That's
like,
great.
gosh, I could really use a car, guys. No, actually, I have a really good. Back then, I didn't. But yeah, so yeah, I love to do episodes with multiple people. Like I said, we had
It'll be fun.
a bunch
That
of
would be
people
fun.
on for the Christmas episode, and it was 2 hours worth of fun. It went over by an hour.
You know what would be fun would be to get like us and Matt Baird and Josiah or somebody, and yeah, do a bunch of people that have kids. Does Matt have kids? He does, right? I think he does.
I think he does.
Yeah.
We're gonna find out that he doesn't now.
We should have a dad joke.
I'm gonna talk to Matt for a long
Dad
time.
joke offers.
All right. You know what? Maybe I'll set that up. Got to get Josiah, maybe even Andrew Stanton.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joey was pretty good too. The only person I haven't had from Disciple is Kevin. But
That'd be good if you got him.
yeah. So
I don't know how many jokes he tells, but I bet it'd be pretty funny if he told them.
yeah.
He's a little more serious. I mean, he has a sense of humor, but he's a little more serious than the other ones, I think. But
Yeah, I agree.
But not
I
in a
agree.
bad way.
No, not at all. Not at all. Yeah, I did their VIP experience and he was so cool, man.
He's like just one of the nicest guys you ever meet, though.
Yeah. No, he really is. I talked about this in the last episode, but I was standing next to him. I didn't even notice he was standing next to me when I was watching Petra, and he's just filming because Petra's his number one favorite band. So he was like, and then
Yeah, here's a story about him. People don't tell these kind of stories about themselves, but I've seen him like stick around after a smaller show and just help clean up and
that's really cool.
put stuff back in order.
Yeah.
He's a nice guy.
Well, he helped us move that pool table that one
Yeah.
show one time.
Well, that's cool.
Bus.
He could have been on the bus.
Yeah. That's really cool. Yeah. I've always loved Disciple for that humbleness that they have.
Yeah.
They break
Loves
it
the
down
Lord.
and not rock stars. We're going back to the old Disciple days.
Yep.
I remember my dad kind of being like paranoid that they wouldn't want to talk to us because back then one of their number one songs was Not Rock Stars. So he's like, I don't know if I want to. I was actually at the Murray Hill Theater too. But yeah, he was like, I don't know if they're going to talk to us or if they're going to get mad at us because they sing in their song that they're not rock stars and they don't really want to. But they're like the nicest group of people, and they were.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah.
And we had
Kevin's a Star Wars fan, and I'm a Star Trek fan, so it's there's a little bit of a confrontation there, but
some
it's all
rivalry.
good.
Yeah.
I think the lightsaber wins, though. I think.
I don't know. Some of the latest Star Trek stuff is stupid. They've
Have
gone
you
all
seen-
woke.
Have you seen the latest Star Wars stuff?
Some of that's going woke
You
too,
know
I
what?
guess.
I don't know if I've seen the latest, but I remember when they released like 4.5 or whatever it was, the one where they made the Death Star.
Yeah.
Like they were making the Death Star or whatever,
Yeah.
testing it.
I still haven't watched
Like,
it.
that's a good show. I was like, why are they making another one with the Death Star? You know what I mean? It's the same thing, but then the way they tied it into the first Star Wars or the fourth or whatever it was, but the original one that was released, it was brilliant. It was really cool. So I got to give them props for that. It was a great movie. Really great movie.
In the sense of Darth Vader, am a huge Star Wars fan, and it's only because I read the Darth Vader comic books in a matter of a week from
Oh,
yeah, no, I'm serious.
Our merch guy is a huge comic fan.
Yeah.
Huge comic.
Yeah, well, he probably wouldn't like this. I downloaded a comic book app and I read them digitally, but I was able to get through 2015 to March of 22 of the Darth Vader comics. And
wow.
dude, the story is amazing. Like they pick it up right from episode 3 where Anakin is just laying on the ground in the lava and Palpatine walks up to him. They take it right from there, and like the unexpected happens, and it tells the story of how he gets his lightsaber and how he gets his suit. And, like you actually see, because in the movies you don't really see the true evil behind Palpatine like you do in how they portray him in these comic books, where he's Darth Vader. You think he's
I bet you
strong,
Nate's read those.
but it is amazing, man.
So we got to connect you with, so in the Medic music video, you know, the guy that's in the water. Yeah, that's Mud. He's our merch guy, and he is a huge comic fan. I bet he's probably read all of the same ones that you're referencing.
Yeah, you guys would be able to talk for like hours.
Yeah,
But it's got to be said though, let's admit it, the episode 1 and 2 and the first half of 3 were some of the biggest travesties ever to be foisted upon sci-fi.
I could agree on episode 1 and most of episode 2. However, I can't agree on episode 3. But
Well, I said the first half.
okay,
The second half of episode 3 was great. First half was like the same as 1 and 2.
Yeah, I did have to rewatch them all recently because I was going
you
through
poor
the whole.
thing.
The first one was hard to get through, but if you have like a purpose of watching it, like you're watching it the first time, you're focusing on Anakin. But if you're watching it with a perspective of following Obi-Wan's character throughout, you catch on to things like he was a Palpatine in it. Wow, he was a Padawan of Palpatine in episode 1. That's something that I didn't catch on to. They don't really say that he's a Padawan, but they call him Padawan one time. I thought this whole time he was always a Jedi Master. Little did I
Oh
know.
yeah, interesting.
Yeah. And also, like, Qui-Gon wasn't as favored by the council as you really think he is, because you're focused so much on Anakin. But if you take your focus off of Anakin and just follow Obi-Wan or anybody else's storyline, Qui-Gon doesn't really have a long storyline, but yeah, it's just it put it all into a different perspective for me, because Disney released the Obi-Wan Kenobi series where him and Darth Vader, and it's Christian Haydenson and Juan McGregor reprising the roles. Dude, it was amazing. Have you watched it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't that cool?
It was cool.
Yeah.
My kid just loves it too. Like, he can't get enough.
I went back and watched all the fight scenes between them.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I started getting into it more because my kids started getting into it. And then we hang out with Mud, our merch guy, and he talks about it all the time. So my son's like, I gotta see this stuff. So,
well,
thanks to Mud Flat.
They show his castle on Mustafar, but they don't tell the story of how he got it or anything. And that's like where the comic books come in. They fill in all that gap because Disney owns Marvel, and Marvel made the comics, so it's all one story now.
Have you heard about the new X-Men? And it sounds like blasphemy to me. I don't want to judge it unless I've seen the whole thing, but like that guy's, some people call me Ra, some people call me Yahweh, some people.
No,
holy cow.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, you should look look up X-Men. I think it's X-Men Apocalypse Blasphemy. And again, I haven't seen the whole thing. I don't want to judge it until I see it, because people do that way too often. But because the devil lies, and if they're showing the devil as a liar through a evil villain, then great. But man, I was like, ooh, doesn't sound good. Anyway, maybe it's great. Maybe the Jesus type character in there, which there always seems to be one, will be revealing the lies and kicking butt.
Yeah, I wasn't a big X-Men fan growing up, but I'm still growing up.
Man, we're talking all comics. I'm sorry. Do you need any?
We're gonna round Travis.
Sorry. Rock and roll.
Hey, I can go on and on about comic books, but probably best if I don't. So what trying to think of a way to
segue?
Yeah. Segue out of comic books back into Christian rock. The segue into comic books was much easier. Tell me about
It's all good.
Every artist has like a favorite show, like a most memorable show. Tell me about your most memorable show.
Oh, that's easy. I'm curious what you're going to say, but I don't know exactly what I'd say.
Man, I don't know. I've been to so many shows.
When I say this, though, I think you're going to say it.
All right, go for it.
It was at Big Turn Music Fest in Red Wing.
Yeah, it was a really good one. That might be right. Do you want to explain, or want me to do it?
Yeah, go ahead.
So in Red Wing, Minnesota, which is not that far away from where we are, they decided to start putting on this festival, but it's in the winter. And it was one of the worst winters we've had like forever. I don't know how many feet of snow we got. And so we're driving out there and thinking, this is terrible. We probably shouldn't be driving, but forget it. We're doing it anyways. We drive all the way out there. It's probably, what is it, an hour and a half? Probably an hour. An hour and a half away, which took us like probably 2.5 hours because of the snow. And we get there, and we actually had a different drummer playing with us at the time. We were in transition between drummers from Critter, who was in the Maze, and the guy we got now. And Scott, yep. And so me and the other guy who was playing drums were riding together. Like, you brought your wife with you, right? Which is my sister. And then Ian and his wife went, which is our lead guitar player, and then me and the other drummer. So we all drove separate.
We should give him a shout out too.
Yeah, Dustin Madline. Great drummer. Really good. Yeah. And so we were the last ones there, me and the drummer. And it was like, we're halfway there, and he's like, what do you think, man? I'm like, we're already halfway here. We got to either turn around and keep going. Let's just keep going. So we kept going. We got there. Those guys were out there thinking, holy smokes, what's going on?
We got to explain the style of festival too. So they did a South by Southwest style where they had 20, 30 different businesses that were all hosting live music at the same time. So it was a citywide, huge deal.
Bars, restaurants, libraries.
So we were at Liberty Lounge in downtown Red Wing.
Yep.
Yeah. And then it was nuts.
It was nuts. And it just kept snowing. We had This is one of the worst winters we've had in a long time. He was smart and decided to stay out there. And then Ian and his wife had a Jeep, we'll make it home. They actually got stuck, but they got out of it. And then me and Dustin, I'm like, dude, we could stay out here. And he's like, dude, I need my CPAP machine. He's like, all right, let's go back. And he's from Stewartville, which is south of Rochester, but only about, I don't know, 15 miles, 20 miles, not too far. So somehow we make it all the way back. He was safe. He's like, I'm leaving my car here and we're going to go get the hotel and whatever. Actually, you got a story about that too.
I do, but we got to talk about the show though.
The show was awesome, but the most memorable part about the show to me was two things. One was the drive home and driving through the drummer's garage door because we couldn't stop.
Oh my gosh.
And two was how many people were there. The streets were crowded. People are going from concert to concert, and half of them drove there in the snow to get there.
This is a middle of Minnesota, February, like
Yeah.
15, like worst possible time with literally 2 feet of snow on the ground.
Wow.
And it was not only packed, but they run the bands one after another. And so we were one of many bands,
They're
but
pretty quick.
we got done and the whole place just erupted and they started chanting one more
We sold
song.
all our CDs.
Yeah,
that we had.
somebody came and bought every last CD we had and started handing them out to the whole room.
That is
People were
awesome.
like chanting for us to play more, and we're like, we can't. We literally have to get off the stage because there's another band that needs to come on right now.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I felt bad for that band, but it was from our perspective, it was freaking awesome. It was like a total rock star moment.
Yeah, it was cool. There's so many aspects of that night that I don't know which one was crazier or cooler. But that was definitely cool.
All right, so now we can hear Justin's story.
Which one?
Oh, how you met Dave, actually. So you ended up getting a hotel, technically, you got that.
Oh, that story. Yeah. So I decided to stay at an Airbnb with my wife, and we stayed at a huge fan of ours and supported us. He did a lot to support the band after that as well. Dave Bear is his name, and his beautiful wife. And so anyway, after the show, we just walked right back to our Airbnb because it was close enough to downtown. And every single road, we looked at the weather map. We were supposed to leave the next day. Every single road into Rochester, I've never seen this happen before, but every single one was closed. And we're like, we literally can't go back. Him and Ian tried to go back. He ran through a garage door and Ian got stuck. But they were like sending people out and the National Guard out.
I couldn't leave school and come back to Rockville. Because the tanks, well, they had all this military guys like in plow trucks blocking the road, the highway, so I couldn't even drive back to my own town. I drove through to get to Stewart. But
yeah, cars were literally stopped on the highway because they couldn't. That's how much snow there was. Wow. So people were coming in snowmobiles trying to rescue people, tanks and everything else, whatever they could do.
Wow.
Yeah, tanks
that was a cool show.
That'd be cool to be rescued by a tank.
Really cool. I have to say, right up there too, we've had so many great ones. One Fest was awesome, but I have to give a shout out also to Pine City because they're awesome. Mike and Patrice are incredible people, and every time we're there, I don't know, it's a smaller festival and it's in a very, very small town in northern Minnesota, but man, they got great music every time we're there.
And this last year we played was the first time it didn't rain. It rains every year as we're trying to set up for the gig. Every year. It's
always
like
works out, but
yeah. Always works out. People show up. So
that was fun too, because we get to play, like, we asked Steve Duty to play with us at the end. It was good stuff.
Yeah.
Lots of memorable ones. And we have a terrible one too. Worst one? You know where that was?
Was that in Rochester, you mean?
Yeah.
At North Star?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A place that we actually loved to play at before that because they have great sound. We did really well there. But then, man, we had a show that just sucked. My guitar broke. I was forgetting lyrics to songs.
Well, it's good that no one showed up.
Except it was like the first beautiful day of summer in Minnesota for everybody. And so nobody wanted to be inside anymore. So they're all outside doing stuff. And the owner was just pissed at us.
He was upset. Yeah. There's another place in town called Kathy's that this town that used to be from around here moved away and they came back and they were playing there. So the band. So everyone thought that place must be packed. North Star is empty. Apparently both places were pretty empty. So, because our buddy was going forth, and he goes, dude, there's not many more people there than are here, but it's the first nice day of the summer. So everyone's hanging out outside. It just was a happenstance thing. But yeah, the owner was upset. And
Yeah,
Those are not fun.
Those weren't fun.
I've had
But it
shows
is
like
what it
that
is.
too. Yep.
Yeah. One show we did, remember out at the river. So there's a venue called the River Venue that I was part of. And we booked a show there, and it was one of the first ones. We didn't have a lot of marketing yet, a lot of advertisers or anything else. And we had one person show up, and she came all the way from Iowa, came up to our show. That was fun. It wasn't a bad show. Like the show went good, but there was only one person that came. And so we took and stuck a chair right in front of the stage and told her, like, sit right here. We did the whole concert just for her. So it ended up being pretty cool.
Yeah. That was the one person
But-
that needed it.
But it was one of those, there's only one person here. That's right. And she became a huge fan.
Yeah.
So not that's what matters, but it was just cool. Like we became friends and everything. And so that was it. That wasn't a bad show. We thought it was gonna be bad, but it ended up being really cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. That's awesome. I like the smaller ones.
Oh, it's way more intimate. That's pretty cool.
But hey, we're coming up on the 1 hour mark now. Is there anything that you guys want to say to the listeners?
Man, I don't know. It sounds like you have a pretty cool show. I think that you check that out for sure.
Thank you.
Like I should say, tell their friends to check it out. Yeah, they're already checking it out.
The one thing I say is just keep track of us on our website and Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and stuff, because we're going to start doing the live streaming, which will be great.
Yeah.
And also just thank you. Thanks to everybody like I said, we put out a whole lot more music if we could do it. It's just, we get paid like a tenth of a penny every time a song streams on Spotify, and it's not enough to pay the bills nowadays. So it's hard to get out there and do it with families and stuff.
Yeah.
So thank you for sticking with us and keep doing it. Keep praying for us, helping us out when and how you can, and we'll keep pumping out good music.
Yeah, and if anyone has any like prayer requests or something, they can send it to our Facebook Messenger.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We like doing that too.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I appreciate you
Facebook's
guys.
probably the best place of everything.
Yeah. That's where I
So
got
check
you
us
guys.
out. There you go.
Yeah.
The doorbell ringing.
Maybe I'll be back.
I think the doorbell's ringing. Anyways.
Yep.
Now that he's gone, no, I'm just kidding.
But hey, man, yeah, I really appreciate you guys doing this, and it means a lot to me. You guys are definitely
Cool, man.
definitely helping out just as much as this will help you guys.
No,
So,
we really
thank you.
appreciate it too, man. We love when people reach out to us and
Here's we got the
oh,
rock star of the moment here.
Oh, hey, what's up,
Judah.
man?
my plan is to replace Justin with him eventually. Sound good? Oh, punch in the face.
Oh,
This is my nephew too.
He was standing outside in the cold, ringing the doorbell. I forgot to unlock the door apparently. So we better head out though.
yep. So,
Hey,
all right.
thanks, dude.
Thanks for joining us tonight, man. Thank you so much.
It was our pleasure.
All right,
Reaching
Mark,
out.
Justin, thank you.
Cheers.
Bet.